Hey, how's it going? Scott Zlatev here, and I wanted to cut this quick video to talk with you about who you are as a person. What is it that defines you? I'm actually sitting here right now in front of this, huge ass TV. This is actually a 55-inch plasma Zenith TV, HDMI, and all this fancy stuff, all these different letters and numbers that I have no clue on what they mean. Then I got this right here. It's a really nice set of Boston Acoustic front end speakers. They're really high end. They're super nice. I actually take this off. These are high quality speakers. And then down here inside of this casing, I got a subwoofer down here. I've got this pretty nice multi-zone Denon receiver. It's pretty sweet. I got a These things are really cool, it's nice to have these types of things, but see, here's what the major thing that I want to share with you is these things are pretty cool, and a lot of them I bought a while ago because I was a different person a while ago. I'm sitting on some leather couches, on this leather couch here, and I got a love seat sitting right over there. I bought them off the showroom floor, brand new. Now, these things are really cool. I'm not gonna lie, they're great to have. But they don't define who I am. See, there was one point in my life where stuff like this defined me. Stuff like this was what I was about. I always wanted to be that person that I always had the latest thing. I've got a Mercedes sitting outside that I paid cash for, but I got that for a different reason. I got that because the car that I had, the previous car that I had 211,000 miles on it. There was just tons of problems. Doors wouldn't work. It rarely started. I had to pop the clutch half the time just to get it going. Oil leaked all the time. Just tons and tons of problems. The thing was a complete money pit. So yeah, I replaced that thing, and I got a car that was reliable. Okay, but see, back to this. These things don't define who I am. And I want you to ask yourself, what is it that's core within you? What defines you? When you take a look at your life and you think, what is it I'm here for? You see, because I used to think that I was just merely existing. And so, I might as well just exist in this life, and I might as well live it up to its fullest and take advantage of different opportunities and different situations in my life and just roll with it, right? Well, I think a lot of us go that route, and some of us, go for a deeper level and a deeper meaning, and that never really spoke to me very much until very recently. I never understood why I did some things until I did some major inner reflection and understood that it was because there was something lacking inside personally that I felt these things mattered, and it was about, ooh, look at me, look at Scott. And it was an attention thing that I wanted to have. It made me feel good about myself. Now, the fascinating thing is, you take something like this. I paid $5,000 for this thing. It's a plasma. It's a 55-inch plasma TV, and now you can probably get the same one for about 150 to 200 bucks if you can find it. Why? Because they don't make them anymore. The technology was, it was gone. I think they still make them, but there's so much more better types of technology nowadays. And see, these types of things was what defined me. And now, as I have developed as a person, these past several months have been just a major eye-opening experience for me personally, because I went to a marketing event here recently, and I really understood a lot more about life. I understood a lot more about people, and I especially understood my purpose and my existence in this world. You see, I had an opportunity over the last several months to really have a voice and start expressing and cutting videos just like this and talking to people, talking to you directly, and just sharing my story, sharing my experiences, my struggles, my successes, all of the crap that I've been through, and the breakthroughs that I've had. And those stories inspired people. I love sitting here watching movies. When I watch a movie, I really get into it. I sit here and I feel the feelings that the people that are they're the actors. You know, this my escape. I love working out and I love watching movies. Those are just kind of my escape. And you know, when I watch a movie, I really dive in and I almost live what they're experiencing. And when I went to this marketing event, I got to witness what I do all the time with other people. So many people could relate to my story, or so many people were inspired by my story, and so many people came up to me and you know, they were just in tears and just thanked me for sharing, and they were really inspired by the things that I had to say. All the different stories, you know, some of the funny ones, some of the stupid ones, some of the highly emotional ones where I'm just pouring my heart and soul out and explaining and expressing every single ounce of emotion that I have in a hangout. And you know, when I received this from these people, I understood at that moment that we all are connected, we're all interconnected, and we all have a purpose. And these things don't matter. I mean, they're, like I said, they're nice to have. They are absolutely awesome to have, to sit here and, you know, turn up the volume and the whole thing shatters, you know, shakes and everything because the bass is just rumbling throughout the place. Those things are nice. But you take them away, and I'm still me. You take them away, and the person that sits here, right here before you, is still good. Because I invested in myself, I invested in my education, I invested in my personal development type of education, not the school system education, okay? That's another topic that I'll cut a different video on, and I'll just go off on that for probably a long time. But I invested in myself and my education. I invested in personal relationships with people who really matter. And what I mean by really matter are people who are aligned at where I'm going, because there's no sense in really in really messing with people that aren't aligned with where you're going. It's just going to get you off track in life. You know, it's like if you want to learn how to have a good relationship with your spouse, then you learn from people who have good relationships with their spouse. You know, if you want to learn how to develop an online business that basically pays you on autopilot, you mentor with somebody like myself or any of these other people that are online marketing, you know, mentors. When you want something, you seek the person who has what you want, and you just model after what they do. You learn from them. You plug into whatever it is that they're doing, and you take action. That's one of the biggest breakthrough moments of my whole life, was when I decided to drop my pride. I decided to say, you know what, Scott, you don't know everything. And I'll tell you, it was the most freeing thing to be able to admit that I was wrong a lot of times, to be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what, something I did even 3 months ago, I am still embarrassed about today. You know, I own that, and it's cool to know that I have grown even just 3 months from this point forward. So my friends, look at yourself where you're at in your life today. You know, really look at yourself and see, am I the person that I want to be? And most of the time, you have to be honest with yourself and admit that no, I'm not. Because we all are growing. We are all, you know, moving forward. And look at who you are, who you really are, and what defines you as a person. And I'll tell you right now, if it's any of these types of things, you know, it's cool to have self-interest. It's cool to have this stuff. I'm not saying that it's not, okay? I mean, there's a ton of other things that I plan on buying. We're consumers, let's face it, all right? You know, I plan on getting a Ferrari one of these days. I plan on, you know, getting all these big, lavish things, yes. But take them all the way. Take them all away. And that's what defines you, my friends. So look in yourself, look in the mirror, ask yourself, what is it that defines me? Write it down if you have to. Really do some inner reflection. And once you get in touch with who you are as a person and what you're put on this earth for and what you're planning to do and what you see in the future and the vision that you have for yourself and for your family and for everybody else out there in the world, the sooner it is that you're going to start attaining those results in your life. Trust me, my friend, I've done it. Several of my partners and a lot of teammates and people that I actually mentor online have done it, and you can do it too. So this is Scott Zlateff. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.